All right, I got a question for you, Drew, from Adams1030. If you had to curate a standard 5-pen collection that in theory would cover almost all of a person's fountain pen needs, what would be in that collection?
Give me a hard question,
no
Adam.
pressure.
Jeez,
no
come on.
pressure, right?
This is so easy.
Oh,
all
it's
right.
like, how wide do you want to go with this question? Gosh.
All right. So first of all, I'm going to say this person didn't say fountain pen. So I'm going to jump off and I'm going to say Kakimori dip pen.
It said cover almost all of a person's fountain pen needs. So
okay. So I'm going to say
define that as you will.
I will. I'm going to say Kakimori dip pen because if you've only got 5 pens, one of them being a pen that because I thought about saying, okay, well, you need a good stub nib. For headers, greeting cards.
Calligraphic kind of a vibe.
A Kakimori dip pen gives you a ton of line variation in one nib, and it also allows you swatching opportunities. If you've only got 5 pens and no glass pen, then you're going to need to really find a lot of your enjoyment. If 5 is all you get, you're going to need to find a lot of your enjoyment by switching out different inks because you're only limited to 5 pens. So in order to have fun with a bunch of inks, a Kakimori dip pen that gives you a ton of line variation, either really, really thin or really, really thick, is going to help you maintain that enjoyment. It's going to let you try a bunch of stuff before you ink it up into one of your 5 pens. And it also is that built-in big nib that if you wanted to create solid headers, big, if you just wanted to write your mom on a greeting card envelope or something like that, it allows you to get that done easily with one thing. Its versatility is why I'm putting it on here.
Interesting.
Because it's super adaptable, covers a wide, swath of actual, line widths. So I feel like it's too versatile not to include on. I originally had a Sailor High Ace Neo 2.0.
Okay.
But then I'm like, you know what? Like, it just with this, you get that bold line, but then you also have something that you can continually swatch your inks with. And I get that. I think
it's like an ink testing tool. Yeah. It's either like this or a glass pen.
We're talking about fountain pen needs, I feel like that's a need.
Yeah. I think we're like nuancing the verbiage of the question.
Oh, for sure. Like, next up, pen number 2 is going to be the Pilot E95S. Sorry.
Oh my gosh! What a shock!
I know. So this is my pocket pen option.
Okay.
And I'm not going to go with a tiny little steel nib. We've only got 5 pens to work with here, so I am going to go with a gold nib.
You
can
go with
pen.
any steel nibs except the Kakimori, I guess.
We've only got 5, so yeah.
Yeah, you're just like going all for it here.
This is it. This is your entire collection. We're not dealing with So this is portable, so it does have the pocket pen, thing happening. It can go into the pocket. It can travel with you where it needs to go, but it also is a tremendously enjoyable writer. It is one of the most pleasurable writing experiences you can get. And it's versatile, especially if you go with an extra fine. So that's what I'm recommending. I'm biased. That's what mine is. I love it to death. But if you're taking it different places, if that is your pocket pen, then you could encounter some paper that might not be super fountain pen friendly. So by going with an extra fine, it's going to be adaptable and travelable.
Portable.
Portable. There you go.
Yeah.
Portable and adaptable. Pilot D95S in extra fine. Boom.
Okay.
Number 3, Pilot Custom 823. This is going to be your capacity pen. This is going to be your heavy journaler. This is the pen that you need to write a long time with. And personally, not a huge fan of high capacity pens. But if I only had 5, I understand that sometimes I'm just going to want to write, and I'm not going to, with the E95S, like that, the capacity there is just not going to do it for me. So I'm going to go with a medium nib. It might be a little big for journaling.
I think it's fine,
but it's probably fine. It's gonna look really good. Here's my thing: if I wanted to add a capacity pen, my options were 580, VAC 700, or 823. And I wanted something reliable that's going to last a lifetime, because this is it, 5 pens. And unfortunately,
well, now depending on how you interpret the question,
that's true,
it doesn't say these are the only 5 pens you'll ever have.
That's true.
It says this is a 5-pen collection that would cover all
so
the
I'm
needs.
covering the high capacity, lengthy journaling session need here.
I think that does that really well.
And it does. But I will say that I have seen both 823s and VAC 700s and 580s crack. And I don't know why these high capacity pens tend to do that, but a lot of it I think has to do with how people disassemble them. and how they should or versus shouldn't. So either way,
they're all prone to over tightening.
Yeah,
that can cause some of that cracking.
Yeah, so
it's not like they just crack sitting there. Usually,
no. I went with the 823 because I feel like it will outlast the 580 and the VAC 700. So going with that, picked a medium nib, and it is medium so that you can show off some of your ink. High capacity for long writing sessions. So
great nib. Yeah.
There's that. For number 4, I'm going to go with a Sailor Pro Gear in medium fine. So this one is probably my all-purpose pen, or one of them. The reason why I'm putting this on here is because up until now, you've been pretty limited with colors. The 823, you're not going to get that in black. You're going to get it in amber because anything less is...
You can get smoke. Yeah.
Nope, not going to do that. You get it.
Oh, you're not saying that
I'm
it's
curating
not an
this.
option.
I'm curating this, Brian.
You're
It's going to be
choosing
amber.
the color for them.
You are limited, though. You are very limited in that. You're limited in...
There's 2 colors to choose from.
Kakimori has no color.
Nope.
And then Pilot E95S, that's another one.
2 colors.
It's like the 823 where, there's 2 colors, but really it's just one. I
mean, yeah.
So
that ivory and burgundy is...
For your color...
Amazing.
if I'm curating this for you, I'm gonna say like, all right, let's talk about this. Let's sit down together and let's look at all of the amazing colors of the Pro Gear line. And you know what? If the color is not right for you, we can go to a Pro Gear Slim. Sometimes they've got different color offerings there. But this is gonna be your fun pen. This is gonna be the pen that speaks to you. The pen that when you hold it, you're like, this is my color. This is my Christmas pudding, or this is my nuts. Like that's something that just gets you all excited. Well, I thought about doing a zoom just for fun, but I'm like, no, that's...
Well, you kind of got that with the Kakimori.
Yeah.
You got your weird nib
You get your
thing.
weird nib already. Exactly.
Yeah, you knock out kind of a lot with just that choice. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
And then, we're going to round things out with, hey, surprise, surprise. Number 5 is going to be the LAMY 2000 in black. So this one is going to be your durability pen. So, we've got the E95S acting as a pocket pen, but this isn't a go hiking, put together carport fountain pen.
I mean, it could be.
Anything could be a cardboard pen.
That's right.
It's portable, but not like don't beat it up. The 2000, it could stand to get dropped,
more of a workhorse,
dropped a couple, dozen times and be fine. So that's going to be your workhorse
that
pen.
LAMY 2000 is one pen that I'm like, I don't really try that hard to put it in a pen case.
Nah.
I will throw it in my backpack or in my pocket. Yeah. Just open and it's no worse for the wear.
So I feel like I've got to have an entry here that covers the durability aspect. If you do need to just kind of like put something in your fanny pack to go, adventuring. So the LAMY 2000 is going to do that. I'm going to say extra fine on this one because they can put down some ink. And again, like the E95S being a portable pen, this being your beat 'em up pen is probably going to travel more often. And I think an extra fine helps kind of regulate that flow a little bit. And I have an extra fine 2000 and it's plenty wet. It is not stingy. So I think that would be just fine for, a wide variety of paper and
extra
use
fine or
applications.
fine, they're pretty close to each other, to be honest with you.
So I'm going Kakimori Nib, Pilot E95S in extra fine, 823 in medium, Pro Gear medium fine, and 2000 in extra fine. That's my 5. That's my curated list.
Okay. I'm curious what y'all think too. I mean, any comments after everything we've been talking about here of ones that you think are like, oh, this pen has to be in there.
Yeah.
I feel like we're probably overlooking some stuff.
If someone was like, hey, infinite amount of money, I want to get into fountain pens and I can buy 5. Which 5 should I buy?
Yeah, like a Mach-E pen. Should a Mach-E be in this list? You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, I really got hung up on the word needs. So I started just like, okay, what fountain pen need to be crossed off?
Okay, but let's be real. When we're talking about
you don't need a fountain pen at all.
With a fountain pen, that is a super loose interpretation, right?
It really is.
Interpret that as you will.
Yes,
but
indeed.
Still, thank you for taking us on the journey, Drew.
Yeah, that was fun.